Heyo everybody, Haku here with this week's HaQ&A, where I answer and discuss your questions and comments. And sorry if my voice is a little dry and I have to keep sipping water throughout this one because I just recorded 2 hella long videos. But let's talk about some stuff before I get into that. Thank you for dealing with my busyness for the past like 2 months. I haven't had a single hour of free time for the past few months because of school, and I have this one class that's like more work than any other class I've ever had. It's really just, it's stupid. And it's like a stupid amount of work that doesn't even match the class. But essentially that class is ending this week. So after this week, I think 80% of my workload, I think it's safe to call it 80 to 90% of my workload will be gone. And without that, not only will all my videos be up probably better and probably more on time, not only will they all be up on time and stuff, not only will I actually be able to be doing my Pokemon Nuzlocke every week and my Boku no Hero Academia read-through every week, finally again, but I will also be able to start working on other stuff again, like my top 10s and my discussions and my theories and stuff, and I will be so happy to work on those again because I love making them. I mean, sometimes you've got to take your time and you've got to like say, okay, I have time to do this, I don't have time to do that. So of course I push some of those back in order to do the live reactions and reviews and the HaQ&As, because I feel like those are more important to the channel and I enjoy them more, and you guys seem to enjoy them more. But the other stuff is definitely still coming and is going to probably be coming back a lot more often, just next week, I guess. But this week I'm not sure. I am planning to record my Pokemon Black 2 Nuzlocke episode on Friday, so that'll be up Sunday. And I'm planning tomorrow to record my my chapters 10 through 13 read-through for Boku no Hero Academia. I have chapters 6 through 9 that have been on my computer for like weeks that I just haven't had time to post. Those will be posted this weekend. I'm not sure if 10 through 13 will be posted this weekend with them and I'll just do both, or if I will push 10 through 13 back to next weekend. And hell, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how quickly I get them up or not. So I don't know if we're going to have 2 this weekend or just 1 this weekend and 1 next weekend. But yeah, all that's going back and it should be all on schedule in case, or unless I start getting some really busy shit again. But shouldn't be. Hopefully won't be. Shouldn't be. Then 2 other things I wanted to talk about, or maybe no, maybe only 1 other thing. I am terrible at remembering things. Oh yeah, so there's something that I wanted to talk about that happened last week, and it happened months ago, like earlier in the year, like February or something. And I wanted to talk about it just because, I don't know, some of you I think are like small-time YouTubers as well, and you're just trying to get into YouTube or something. And it's something that I saw really, really negatively affect someone that I wanted to talk about. And that is how you handle getting dislikes on your videos. Because last week, my videos, as soon as I would post them, like within 10-20 minutes of them being posted, I would get 1 dislike on each video. So it was obvious that it was just one dude that for whatever reason didn't like me and just wanted to throw a dislike on every single video. So yeah, just 1 video for like the week it just showed up, and then this week I'm once again getting 0 dislikes. So it's back to normal. I mean, I get a dislike or 2 here and there, and it's usually not that common though. But like, just for it to just go on week or every single video as soon as you post it, it was obviously not somebody actually watching the video, just somebody throwing dislikes on everything. And it happened 1 week back in like February, like I said. And the reason I'm bringing it up, because I don't care. I don't do it for likes or dislikes or views or anything like that. If I did, I would be doing a hell of a lot more live reactions and a hell of a lot less other videos. Because, or just toy openings or something, fuck if I know. Whatever makes that revenue if I cared about that. But no, I care about just talking about what I love with you guys and having an actual community. But, there was this person that I saw, another small-time YouTuber that I even talked with, that just, whenever somebody would dislike their video, they would just go on a complete rant. They would just lose it. they'd be like, okay, I know somebody is spam disliking my videos, or why did you dislike this? I keep a close eye on all of my, all of my statistics and stuff. And I'm just like, calm down. Sometimes people will just not like what you made, or sometimes you'll just get a person that for whatever reason will not leave a comment saying what they don't like. They just are going to dislike a bunch of stuff. It's going to happen. So why I'm bringing it up is I can tell you guys, don't get disheartened. Don't just ignore that. Just leave it be. If somebody says, like, if somebody has real criticism of how you can improve, definitely take that criticism. If somebody says, I didn't like this video because of this, take that criticism. Some criticism is stupid, like if they say, I don't like this video because you're ugly, can't do anything about that. So just move on, you know. But sort of just understand criticism, and don't freak out if you get dislikes or something. Like, another good example is another thing, if you have opinions on something, especially a negative opinion, even on something that you like, you're going to get a few amount of dislikes. It depends on your size, your audience, stuff like that. But like, one of my Pokemon live reactions for one of the trailers, I said that I was Team Moon, but now I'm flipping to Team Sun, and I think that was the cause of it. But I looked back at all my videos, and my typical videos have like maybe like 5 to 10 likes, sometimes more, sometimes less, and pretty much no dislikes, maybe a dislike here and there. This one had like 5 or 6 likes, but like 11 dislikes or something. It was like twice as many dislikes to likes, and I was like, oh shit, people hated that video. What did I friggin' do? So I looked. Audio quality was fine. Video quality was fine. No clickbait in the title. They were getting exactly what they clicked on, or what they clicked for. It was a live reaction to that trailer. The thumbnail was definitely not misleading. The thumbnail was like an actual screen cap from the video, just with the title on it in Photoshop. So it wasn't any of that, and all of the comments on the video, and there were at least like 6 or so comments, were all positive comments. So there were no negative comments whatsoever, not a single one. So I was like, for it to have that, like twice as many dislikes as likes, and yet no negative comments, I was like, I don't know. I guess it must just be because I said that I like this Pokemon that's going to be in Sun more than I like the one in Moon, and I guess people just got triggered because I had an opinion. And that happens sometimes, and again, the reason I'm even bringing it up, because once again, I don't care, because it meant a lot more to me seeing the likes and seeing the actual people that commented and said positive things. That meant a whole lot more, because it actually was constructive and let me know what to continue doing and what was helpful and stuff. So I'm getting into a huge rant. I'm like almost 8 minutes in, but I hope you guys enjoy story time. And I guess I'm going to end the story here. The only reason I brought it up is to say, and the only reason I brought the other thing up is to say, don't get disheartened by that stuff if you're trying YouTube yourself, or if you want to try YouTube. Just know that occasionally, every once in a while, that'll happen. And you just have to deal with it. Now, if you're constantly getting hate, then there's probably a reason for it, and you really need to assess what that reason is. Because even if it's not a good reason, you can get hate for a stupid as hell reason. But there is usually some sort of reason. So you just got to take your time and understand it, and don't freak out over every little thing, is what I would say. So let's get into the actual comments. Nizzle Prizzle said, what an issue about the last issue of the Walking Dead comics. Hell yeah. And on the same video, Brandon Meredith said, good job, my friend. Thank you so much. The positive comments, always so very appreciated. Thank you so much. It really pushes me to keep forward, doing the best I can. Blair McNeil said, and I don't know if I repeated either of those two, or if they were in last week's. I don't think they were, but either of them may have been. Blair McNeil said, new sub, like the review, really happy to see somebody reviewing one of my favorite series about Tower of God. And again, thank you so much, and I just let him know that welcome to our little community. And I let him know that Tower of God reactions are on Monday, reviews are on Tuesday, and theory once in a while if I feel like it. Akhenaten Gallard, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, said, Tio is like a sweet cinnamon roll, just too good for this world. And yep, Tio is the best girl that we do not deserve. Oh my gosh, Tio. Yes, click, 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 click. Um, Monte David about last week's Tower of God chapter said, "You're just being a fanboy to think Hatsu will destroy Inieta easy because Inieta's dead now. Hatsu can do nothing without his ignition weapon. He isn't even able to ignite it like Inieta ignited Krishna the first time. Anyway, people of Season 1 are always overrated. He has nothing special except his sword. The guy who wasn't even among the top 10 regulars, and you think he can defeat an opponent who Ron struggled against." And it sounds to me like you are committing a common thing, which is overhyping Ron. Ron is like one of the most overhyped characters up there with Andrasi for me. And that doesn't mean that they're bad characters. They're just very, very overhyped. And sure, Ron is strong, but Ron had already used his full power to fight Hess, and he was tired from that. And though he would have lost if not for Dan and Jaja, he was still able to, after defeating Hess, he was able to defeat Inieta, which I still think is kind of fanservice-y BS after Inieta took down Raikyu on Danwa, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. But I think that Hatsu specializes in swords fighting, and Ron doesn't. And while you could be right, I still think that Hatsu would have a much, much easier time fighting Inieta than Ron would. I think, even this week, Hatsu broke the sword of a Princess of Zahard. I think it's pretty reasonable to say that he would have an easier time against Inieta than Ron did. And even then, I think, I don't know, I feel like Inieta igniting Krishna seemed like it was doing as much damage or even less damage than Hatsu was doing without even igniting his weapon. So, I mean, I think that Hatsu could definitely take down Inieta. Latroy's View said, "I believe that Beta," and we're talking about The Walking Dead Beta, not Tower of God Beta. "I believe that Beta's face is hidden because he'll be one of the only survivors from the Whisperer War. Then he'll appear without the mask many issues later with a new name. But since he's so tall, no one will be able to know it's him." And I think it'd be a cool idea if it happens, so awesome idea. I doubt it'll happen, and Brandon Meredith said as well, I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it will happen, but I do think that, nice theory, good idea. Gabriel Lancelot said, "Welcome to the harem, Kaiser." And no, man, Kaiser is a strong, independent woman. She don't need no man. Unless that man is possibly me. I don't know. We still haven't seen under that mask. But, yeah, yeah, I think that, I don't know. I don't want Kaiser to be all love-stricken with Bomb or anything. I would prefer her to not be. Even though it seems like everybody is guessing she will be. Gabriel Lancelot also said, "I like how Bomb is recruiting members from each of the 10 families." And yeah, I like that as well. I like how you can sort of draw comparisons between Bomb and Zahard in a few ways, so I do like that. And he also said Civil War hype, and agreed. I need more info on, I want more info on this Princess Civil War thing. And if Aria Rose looks anything like my top girl Albelda, yes. Shiliel is fighting for that top spot now, so is Rhea and Jaja, but for me, I gotta say I still think Albelda, top spot, best girl. Yodazuya White Bear Beppo said, "I remember reading SIU's Afterthoughts long ago about him saying he'll do a princess arc. Maybe this small exposition about the two princesses fighting is what the arc will be based around." And yeah, honestly, when SIU did say that, and I do remember it a while ago as well, I thought that he was, this isn't really what I expected, but I'm happy with it. I thought he meant more like it was going to be an arc about Andrasi and Anak and their struggle as climbing together as princesses, but this is even a bigger deal, so I like this even more than what I thought it was going to be. And just overall, I'm really hyped to see an REA princess, and I am just as hyped for anybody at all from Hendo Lock, so seeing a Hendo Lock princess as well. Then Anime Watcher said, "While there was nothing tower-shattering in the 300th chapter, we did have the end of an arc and some intriguing world building that had been going on outside Bomb Scope, and I would just jump in, 299th chapter, 300's next week. Not to be a dick and correct you. I hate correcting people, so sorry. But I'd like to know the cause of this tension between Rose and Gladmary. Interesting names too. Same here. This arc made me think about the importance of names, and what started Bomb hunting for Kaiser's name ended up as Kaiser having to hunt for her true name. Way for SIU to switch that one up. And yeah, I thought this arc was way better than I expected at the beginning. I expected something good, but I expected a sort of smaller arc but I love how we just had a ton of world building and set up for future stories. Like, we learned a lot about the princesses, about the twins, a little bit more about the 10 families and everything, and a lot more about the Lobobia family. I think that we got a lot that's going to come into play later on, and I think that's really important. Then Adriater said, "Don't worry, Snack Daddy, you'll find yourself a new lolly princess one day," about my review of episode 2 of Mahou Shoujo Ikse Keikaku. And man, episode 2 broke my soul. I was mourning for like the rest of the day. My girl did not deserve this. Even more than Tio, she was a cinnamon roll, too good, too pure for this world. Y Villani said, "I like your reviews. Can't wait to watch when The Walking Dead comes back. Keep up the good work." Thank you so much once again for the kind comments, and I'm really excited to see what they do this season. Joshua B. said, "I find that after thinking through Kaiser's history, I've been seeing a parallel between bombing Kaiser's history and their current situations when concerning those past connections. Plus, the flare wave technique is actually the floral butterfly technique, just another translation since Line took over the translations. The original name was Hwajop Gong Pasul, which the company had trouble translating properly, and the most they got out of it was Fire Touch Destroy technique, so they chose Floral Butterfly, while Line just went with Flare Wave Explosion. I don't know why the change, but since Line now does it, it's the official translations, unless there's a typo on their part." And yeah, thinking back, I didn't think that, well, let me think of how to word this. I thought that the workshop battle didn't come around until after Line had already picked up the official translation, but I guess I was wrong. So I thought that Line actually did have it as Floral Butterfly Piercing Technique. So I was incorrect there. So yeah, I actually did the research and looked back to just check, and yeah, I don't know. And I'm not sure which I prefer as a translation. Like, Flare Wave Explosion is simpler, easier to say, but Floral Butterfly Piercing Technique, it just sounds cooler, sounds more artsy, and it has a little bit more hype behind it to me. So I don't know. It's one of those things, and it's just this situation where, like, some things that they change, like Hendolock to Hendrock, if they keep going with Hendrock, I might not mind that. I don't know. I still kind of like Hendolock, though. Some changes they make, I think, are pretty good and helpful, and then some are just terrible changes, and some aren't that bad, but I dislike them. Like, I dislike the name change from Andrassi to Endorsi. I still prefer Andrassi 1,000,000%. And some are just really bad. Like, I can't stand that they changed Hatsu to Hats. I don't like that translation. So there are things they've done good and things they've done bad with the differing translations. I think the worst thing they do with it, though, is they constantly go back and forth and mistranslate and retranslate and change their own translations. That's the sort of bad things. Iron Felty said Kaiser might be sold herself. Oh, I am so stupid. I have been... This whole time I didn't answer this question. I was like, I'm just going to ask in the HaQ&A what they meant, and maybe they'll get back to me. I didn't understand the sentence. Kaiser might be sold herself. Of course, she might be sold at the auction herself. I feel so dumb that I didn't understand that. It's a 5-word sentence. So yeah, Kaiser might be sold herself, or they might try to, and we might have to save her. We just have so much interesting stuff that's about to go down. I can't wait for 300. I expect some big stuff. I'm expecting big stuff for 300. Then lastly for this week, Cycle113 said, I think one of the 10 family heads will appear at the auction and Kaiser's face will likely be revealed. And man, it'd be crazy if we got to see like a 10 family head face to face. But I think it might be a little bit too early for that. So I'm kind of maybe hoping not. I think it might be too early. And as for Kaiser's face, I'm really hoping that we see it next chapter, but if not, I'm hoping we at least see it soon. If not next chapter, then soon. So yeah, that's it. I actually blew through all of these with 8 minutes of rambling on that I hope you guys didn't mind too much. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you liked it, comment down there anything you want me to discuss next week, or anything you want to say about anything I said here. Anything at all. Subscribe for more of everything I talked about here: Tower of God, Baho Shoujo Isekai Kaku, and The Walking Dead, and more. And also follow on Twitter if you want, and I'll try to keep you updated there on stuff for the channel. That's it. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.